How you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for the long-awaited, the anticipated, and everything else that rhymes with those two other words, Clemson football season. Yes, this is my preview of the 2019 Clemson Tigers, the defending national champions. The awaited Georgia Tech game is tomorrow, as of today. Oh, good Lord, I'm telling you. I wanted to do this preview, actually, maybe last week, but I have been busier than an overprotective chaperone at a high school dance. I ain't had no time, had stuff going on. Bobby Dirkens Jr., he had a surprise party, all that bunch of stuff. And this is a great time for me to tell you, I'm on live stream right now. Washington Husky Football just gave me $5 in the super chat. Thank you for being supportive. May they tell you. And I'm going to go ahead and tell all of y'all this. It's at the beginning. I'm going to mention it throughout. This is the Buy Bobby Dirkens Some Beer Fund. If you give $1, I appreciate it. If you give more, really appreciate it. Washington Huskies, you have been very supportive. You've given every live chat or every live stream I've been doing. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. A bunch of you on here. Lee Griffith, seen Tiger Nate on here. Got some big news talking about Tiger Nate's actually involved with. Glad to see him. Glad to see everybody here. Let me go ahead and jump right into this. C-Raw just gave me a $2. Here's one beer on me. Go Dogs. May they tell you glad there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got Lou Patton on here. Lord, I'm telling you, these people's coming out just want to buy me a beer. Just want to buy me a good old-fashioned ice-cold beer. May there both of you, Washington Husky says, wrong dogs, wrong dogs. I got a bunch of you on here, and I'm thankful for it. I'm going to jump right into this. 1 year ago today, us Clemson fans were having to deal with, to me, one of the worst problems that you can have. And that problem is, listen to me, that problem was we had two quarterbacks. Now, it's a good problem to have, but it's an easy way to lose games. You hear me? Very easy way to lose games. We all knew, including me, I said that by game 4 or 5, maybe as late as half the season, what did I say? Go back and watch my video from last year. I said that Trevor Lawrence would be the starting quarterback. And it happened almost immediately. Alpha Wolf just gave $10. Thank you. I'm sorry, I cry over beer. I can't sing that old Hank Williams song. You'll hit me up for copyright on here. Thank you so much. Lord, y'all buy me beer left and right. Lord, I don't have a big old gut and such. Lou Patton wants to know how he chips in $20. You know, I have Super Chat, but Lord, I really don't even know how it works. But even if you can't, Lou, I feel you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Alpha Wolf, Washington Huskies. I mean, all of you. Just went out your way to buy Ole Bobby Dirkens a beer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean it. I mean it. But you know, this time last year, we were having to deal with that. Now we don't. We know exactly who we got at the helm. We saw that amazing season. See you, Tiger 97 Miller says, we left the dinner table just to watch you. God bless you. You got your priorities right. Lord, set the phone in the middle of the dinner table. I don't want to interrupt you eating. Eat your food. Listen to Bobby. Even if you can't see my glorious, beautiful face, just lay it there. Tiger Raven's here. Good to see you there. Clemson went on to a historic national championship win. 15-0. 15-0. And we know exactly what happened. 44-16 win over Alabama, the 30-3 thrashing of Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl. All I can say is that it was amazing. It was incredible. And I think one of the most important things, before I go into this, I'm going to be a little sentimental, okay? All right? Lou Patton just gave $2. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's nice of you. He's good Texas A&M people. That's going to be, I believe that's our toughest game this year. But I'll get in that in just a second. Lou Patton, thank you. Lord be with you. Just bought me a beer. Whew. Won't have to have a talk anymore about how much money I spend on my beer. I'll be like, I'm not buying it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Jumping right into Clemson recap. At the end of the day, $20, that's $20. Well, thank you much, Lou. I sure do appreciate it. They're $20. Lord, you big spending. You trying to get me hammered? I mean, I spread it out. Thank you. $20. I had to kill a many a cats to get $20. Growing up, and now for the county as Feline Control Agent. They always pretty up the names of what we do. I just kill cats. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate it. Thank the Lord bless you. Hopefully we can meet one day. And I can slap you on the back. I appreciate Charles Elliott in here. Lou Patton said he got paid today. I hear you, brother. That's when I start dealing out the dollars. Thank you. That's nice. Thank all of you. On the Support Bobby Dirkens Beer Fund. Thank you so much. Clemson, we know exactly where you've been. We know exactly what's been going on with Clemson. We know exactly. It's just funny to be a Clemson fan now, knowing that 12 years ago we were nowhere near this. That 10 years ago we were just beginning this journey. Blows me away. It really does. Trevor Lawrence. We were quickly reminded by Georgia fans that, hey, I know he's good. You didn't get the number one recruit. We did. We got Justin Fields. Now, forgive me, I'm having an aneurysm here. Who does he play for now? Oh, yeah, the wife beaters of the Buckeyes. Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, he doesn't play for you anymore. We kept our recruit, and it was amazing. Sounders Forever says, first-time viewer. Well, man, I'll tell you, first-time viewer, glad you're here. Hit that subscribe button. You'll be like the best thing you can ever do. Lee Patton says A&M wins 20-19 over Clemson. I would pull for my team if I were you, just like that. I just think we beat you. I think it's going to be the best team we have to play in regular season. Really do. I really, really do. And I'm not doing that because you bought me $20 worth of beer. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. We know exactly where Clemson was last year. I know exactly what we're doing. I know what we're having to face. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about who we lost. It's a lot easy. The front four on the defensive line: Bryant, Lawrence, Wilkins, Furl, gone. We got Mullen is gone. Yeah, we've got a few others in here. Trey Lamar, he's gone. You lose players like that, and it's a big deal. And I know we lost a few more. Garrett Sanders in here. Good to see you. But I'm going to say this right now, and as I said, I keep saying I'm going to jump right in this. Y'all are being nice and just super chatting it up, and I just want to recognize you and thank you for it. But I want to jump right into this and really dig into it. Clemson has incredible backups. You have to remember that last year we blew out so many teams that they were seeing playing time as, first of all, that some of them was being rotated out with the first string no matter what game we were playing. And a lot of them were seeing, incredible time, some of them as early as the second quarter, out. So this is a team who worked with some of the best linemen in the history of college football. That was possibly the best line in college football history. So they're sitting there learning from them. These players are talented, and they can walk up to a Christian Wilkins and go, how did you know that guy in front of you was going to do what he was doing, and you anticipated it and did what you did? He got to hear that. He didn't have to watch a YouTube video. He didn't have to go pay an expensive positions coach. No, he asked the man himself. That is who's coming in and taking place. Now, it's been quite a fiery competition with who's going to be a starter and so on, and it's not really been released so far as of the shooting of this video. We've got a pretty good idea. We do know that Niles Pinckney will be starting, most likely. It will be Xavier Thomas. And then from there, you kind of bouncing up and down. I expect Justin Foster to start. I expect Xavier Kelly. We're going to see Logan Rudolph in there. We're going to see KJ Henry. He's going to be bouncing in there. He's a redshirt, 5-star freshman out of Charlotte. Guys, we got talent like you wouldn't believe. So, do I believe they're going to come out there and play just like that world-class line from last year? No, I don't, because last year was a once-in-a-lifetime world-class line. I get that, but they have the talent, they have the coaching, and I did a video just a few weeks ago that you should go watch talking about the power of Clemson coaches, continuity. They've been there for a long time. They ain't changing every other year. They've been there for a long time. They like each other. They work with each other. It is what it is, and they win with each other. That's a big deal. That's who's coaching his team. Now, we as I said, we lost Mullen. We lost Trey Lamar. But what we have to look at is who we do have returning on the defensive side of the ball. We do have 4 defensive starters returning. Normally when you hear that, it's like, oh, God, we're going to suck this year. Not really. No. Start with Brent Venables, as I said just a second ago. Got to start with the guy calling the plays and got the muffs on the sidelines, teaching them boys and the position coaches. He's got some good coaches there that's working with each position. Linebackers, there's some of the names that we know. Definitely Isaiah Simmons, one of the fastest players on Clemson's team, is also a linebacker. He'll be playing. He returned. Kind of shocked. He shocked me that he was coming back. He'll be back. Incredible football player. We've got James Scousey. These are most likely who's going to start. Guy's a junior. He's fought through some injuries. His dad played for Oklahoma back in the day when the boys was playing for them. It's a big deal. Chad Smith will be playing. We'll see him come out. We'll see him get him some reps. We're going to see Balin Spector. Balin Spector had some injuries, but I think he's getting back into it. Of course, we'll see some other players out there, but moving on to the defense. Let's move on to the defensive secondary. We've talked about the defense. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Shot a lot of caps. A.J. Terrell, we will never forget him intercepting that ball against Alabama and running back for a touchdown. That was like the tip of the hat that goes, tonight's not going to turn out like you think it is. Darion Kendrick. Darion Kendrick was he's going in sophomore year last year. He's a true freshman. The guy was a quarterback at South Point High School. Yes, that's the same South Point High School like Stephon Gilmore and Jadavian Clowney and a bunch of other talent come out of. He decided he's going to be a Clemson Tiger, come up here, played for us. He became a slot receiver, did some really good things, did some returns to us. But here's the deal. He's now playing defense so well that, what was that guy, McMichael or whatever his name, he ended up leaving and going to North Carolina. That's how good of an athlete this is. Just real quick, Hayes, John Yule, it's good to see you. May there to you. He said he bought my song on iTunes. Thank you so much. Ben, I see you out there, buddy. There's a bunch of you I missed. I know I'm not ignoring you. I just have to go ahead and do the preview. But thank you so much for joining me. Right now I'm running the Bobby Dirkens a beer super chat. So if you want to give a super chat, even if it's $1, oh, Bobby appreciates it. Kayvon Wallace. Kayvon Wallace is a talented young man. We're talking about a senior here. Young man has had some big plays. Biggest play he had was that interception against Texas A&M that sealed the game for us. Never know what might have happened had he not intercepted that pass. Tanner Muse. Tanner Muse is a big, athletic young man. He can run like a crazy man. He has had his moments in coverage to where he wasn't as tight as he could possibly in coverage, but he has built and fixed things, and the coaches are really excited about how he's doing. Let's talk about the offense. The offense really needs no introduction. It's almost like me telling you that eating fried bacon is good. Duh. Everybody knows that. except for communists who hate fried bacon. Start off on the offensive line. I mean, at the end of the day, 3 starters are coming back this year. I mean, we got Jackson Carman. I mean, he's back. I mean, that's one of the big names that's coming back, even though he's young. I mean, the guy, we went up there and got him out of Ohio State, out of their backyard. But starting off with him, I mean, he's an incredible player. I'll just tell you who's slated to play on the offensive line. Offensive line, we're looking at Sean Pollard, duh. Gage Cervenka, I always mess up his name. John Simpson, duh. I mean, that guy right there is first team. Tremaine Antrim, mess that up. And then Jackson Carman, as I said. Leading off at wide receiver, we know Travis. We know T. Higgins. He'll be starting. This will be his last year to play for us. He'll go on to the NFL. Amari Rogers, unfortunately, he won't be playing this year. Got some questions right now about the wide receivers, but he won't be playing right now. His knee, his ACL, they're still trying to heal it up. Some says that he'll probably be back this season between you and I, if they have the chance. Listen. Don't rush it. Don't rush an ACL heal. Just go ahead and let him be okay. He doesn't have to play this season. We'd love to have him play. But he doesn't have to play. The genius Justin Ross will be playing. Big, physical. I don't have to tell you that unless you're just learning about college football. Even if you're not a Clemson fan, you know about Justin Ross. You know how he terrorized a lot of teams, but especially in the playoffs, he made a massive name for himself. Murdering Notre Dame and absolutely making Alabama look silly. True freshman out of Alabama. He's looking great. In the slots, we'll also see DeAndre Overton. This guy right now is a big guy. I mean, he could play tight end. He's so big, but he is a wide receiver. He's fast. He's quick. He's got good hands. He's waited his time. He didn't go transfer out for greener pastures because he knows he's in the greenest pasture, and it happens to be orange. If you look also, signing on, we got Frank Ladson. Frank Ladson was out, but Frank Ladson most likely will play tomorrow night in the big game. If you see, because he was having some injury, but I think he's good to go. The coach says he'll most likely play tomorrow night. Then we have Joe Gatta. Let me tell you about Gatta. Gatta is a freak. He looks crazy. He's one of the first recruits we've got out of California in a very, very long time. The guy made a great decision coming across this great country of ours to play in Clemson, and we're honored to have him. You will see him play. Of course, we're going to see other people out there running, going crazy. T.J. Chase, you can't forget. He's talented. Cornell Powell, talented. These guys are ridiculous. Then we'll move on to the running back, Travis Etienne. What can I say about Travis Etienne? Let's think about this. He was a last-second signed by Clemson. It was just like, hey, that other guy, he decided he's not going to play for us. Let's call this kid in Louisiana. And he signs with us. It's not like something we knew where Trevor Lawrence was coming for 2 years. It wasn't like a Deshaun Watson where we knew pretty much in his junior year he was going to sign with Clemson. No, this was like, guys, we need a running back. And the guy who said he's going to play for us said he's going to go play for another team. Who he decided he was not going to play for him. He's going to play for another team, and now he plays for another team, Texas A&M. He gets to see us next week. Travis Etienne signed. It's brilliant. It's just genius. It's crazy. His story, his ability, his power, his speed. He just seems like an all-around good kid. Backing him up is Lynn J. Dixon. Lynn J. Dixon needs no introduction. He is a nightmare for defenses because they've just had to face Travis Etienne, and Etienne's beat them up, and our lines beat them up. They've had to worry about our quarterback and our wide receivers, and then Fresh Legs comes in, and he's just as crazy, loony, and talented as the first guy. Also, we can't forget that playing running back that we also got, I'm going to have to look, y'all forgive me, don't be a douche. I'm having to look for a second. There's a lot in here I got to look at. We also have to remember we got that Ches Maluzzi out of Naples, Florida. And also running back, we signed Michael Dukes. Michael Dukes. Heard some really good things about both of them so far. So you have all that talent. There it goes. It's probably one of them will be red-shirted by the fifth game. All right, Rencher is one of them as well. Now, let's go ahead and put the cherry on top and talk about the man of the hour, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a once-in-a-lifetime football player. He's a player, and all these years I pulled for Clemson had to watch all this crap go on, that you sit there and you go, there's no way that Deshaun Watson could be topped. There's a reason that Lawrence is there, because of the great work that Deshaun Watson did, and showing that you can go be successful at Clemson and you don't have to stay in the state of Georgia. And Trevor Lawrence did it, and he has been killing it. He's been writing record books. He has broken the mold of what you can do as a true freshman quarterback. In fact, let's be honest with ourselves, if he could have left and went to the NFL, he probably would, and he'd been probably been taken first. He's that good. Pump the brakes, Bobby. I don't have to pump anything. That guy right there is the man. He's incredible. Cartersville, Georgia native. Nuts, threw over 3,000 yards. Didn't get the full start until his 5th game, and even got knocked out in the 2nd quarter. And counting the playoff games he finished the season with, it was no big deal. It was only 3,200 yards, almost 33. 30 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. The guy can move. He would actually qualify as a deal threat quarterback, because remember, about a deal threat quarterback, you have to be able to throw the ball well. That's the first thing. It's not a good athlete lining up at quarterback that can kind of throw. Deal threat quarterback, you have to be able to throw first. He's a lot more shifty than what you think. A lot more shifty than what you think. Border Bob's on here. Good to see you, buddy. Let's jump right into the season. Tomorrow night, they play Georgia Tech, and at this point, Clemson's a 37-point favorite. Some people don't think they'll cover the spread. I think they will. We're looking at a Georgia Tech team that's coming out of a World War I and World War II offense change. And it's a very difficult school to get into because they don't offer that many majors. So, here's the deal. Clemson tomorrow night, I call, would win 49-3. I think Georgia Tech might get a field goal in. I think Clemson overall might kind of stall on the first couple of drives just because they're so flipping excited. But I think they absolutely take over and beat the crap out of Georgia Tech. There's a win there. Very next week, they play Texas A&M. Play Texas A&M. And here's the deal with Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher has a chip on his shoulder of why Clemson ruined everything for him. See, it was Florida State who continued to keep their chokehold on Clemson for the past 20-plus years. And then a guy named Sweeney kind of changed that. He didn't kind of change that. He really changed it. And he started putting a chokehold not only on the conference, on everybody around him. And that included the Florida State Seminoles. Jimbo Fisher jumped ship. He leaves. He's tired of being down there. We saw what they did last year. They got Kellen Mond, very talented young man. But it is in the Valley. It is against a team that's not rebuilding. They're built. Yes, the defense. I know the defense is rebuilding. Yeah. We're not talking about Georgia Tech rebuilding. We're talking about they're just having to fill in new places. New names. New faces. Clemson wins that ball game. They will beat Georgia Tech. Or not Georgia Tech. I believe they'll beat Texas A&M by 10 points. I don't know exactly what the score will be. I believe it will be by 10 points. By the way, Brogdon, I mess your name up, but thank you so much. He just gave a $1.70 to me for buying me a beer. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And by the way, for all of you who are watching, maybe just join, I have the super chat on, and people has bought me beer left and right. If you'd like to buy Bobby Dirkens a beer, I won't stop you. Thank you so much for joining. Either way, whether you give or not, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to you, my friend. Josh Watson's in the house. Said, Bobby, much love. Well, my there to you, and thank you. Much love to you in a very, very manly way. Very next game we play at Syracuse. Okay, we know Dungy's gone, and we know that they embarrassed us 2 years ago. We know that they played us close last year. Have a lot of respect for it. Dino Babers. Different team. Different leader at quarterback. And they lost their leader. I know their backup's got talent, but he's a backup going up against the defending national champions. I think the game could be a little closer than what some of us would want, but I believe Clemson wins that ball game. I say by 10 points. Very next week, we play Charlotte. Isn't that cute? We beat them by at least 50. Then we play in North Carolina. We get to see Mac Brown 2.0. I only get to see one of our players who transferred on us. He'll be sitting out, of course. Clemson will win that game by at least 14 points. Most likely in the 20s. Then we're off. The very next week, I will be going to the Florida State game with Pigskin Pete, Prince 6'1", and Tiger Nation. And we will watch Clemson play and beat what is a team formerly known as Florida State. I call by 3 touchdowns. Got Mr. Twin Marquis, Bobby Dirkens Security. May that tell you, I need security. And I appreciate you here. I appreciate all of you here. I'm glad you got in here. Thank you. The very next week, we'll play at Louisville. Once again, that's cute. We're going to beat them by at least 40. Week after that, we'll play Boston College at homecoming at Clemson. Clemson will beat Boston College by 2 touchdowns, at least. They will win that ball game by 2 touchdowns. The very next week, we'll play the Preps from Wofford, right up the road in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Yeah, Clemson will win that game by at least 40 to 50 points. Next game at NC State. Go up and see our old buddy Dave. You know Dave loves to accuse us of cheating. He accused us of climate change. He's accused us of why Don Knotts actually signed the contract and was never back on the Andy Griffith Show except for a few appearances after the 5th season. That's Dave. And too bad for Dave, we're that good, and yeah, his team's not. Clemson will beat them by 17 to 21 points. Wake Forest, Demon Deacons. That's amazing. That's wonderful. That does remind me of a lot of Deacons I know. We'll beat them by at least 30 points. We're off. Isn't that funny? And the very next week, who do we play? Oh, those Dookie Peckers from South Carolina. Oh, you know them. They're eating their Dookie. By the way, that's on iTunes. Shameless plug. Peck your Dookie chicken. Bobby Dirkens. South Carolina talked a lot of crap before last year's game, and I don't think that would stop them from talking a lot of crap this year's game. This year, Clemson will beat them by another 21 points. Plus, I was at the game, saw what Bentley did. And even with a 510-yard performance, oh, well, their defense had problems. They did. They did. I give it to them. They did. They would still beat you by 21 points. And you still lost by 28 to a Virginia team in the Belk Bowl. Clemson will beat them by 21 points. Plus, I think we'll end up playing Miami or Virginia Tech in the ACC championship game. We will beat them by at least 2 touchdowns. We'll go on to the college football playoff. We will win the national championship, but I'll give my 4 out as the weeks go on. I will give out my 4. I think tentatively, and that's a new word I just learned, I think that we're probably once again looking at obviously Alabama, Clemson. We're looking at, I think Oklahoma could most likely make it in there, and then number 4 spot is kind of a bounce. I mean, does Oregon actually deliver? I don't believe Utah is going to make it. I know other people said, oh, they're going there. I don't think so. Will Ohio State do really good under Ryan Day? That 4 spot's up for grab by first 30 we nailed. Well, listen to me. I know I went long on this, but I wanted to talk to all of y'all. Clemson's my favorite team. Pulled for them since I can barely remember, and was pulling for them when they were 3-8 in 1998. So for these past 7-8 years, especially with Dabo Swinney, and the past 2 out of 3 national championships going to these boys right here, I can't be happier. I'm pulling for them. I'm glad all of you here. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. I'll go ahead and tell you right now that now I'm about to close down the super chat. So if you want to buy me a beer, I'm not going to stop you. Lou Patton says, what about Texas A&M? Hey, you don't know? Oh, Texas A&M might run the table. They're going to have to do some crazy stuff, but hey, they could possibly run the table. I still think we're going to beat them, but they're going to run the table. Hopefully run the table and beat some Bama and stuff, but just not us. They do stand a chance. Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You take care of yourself. Remember, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Good Lord knows I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.